I show you my savings. She still wouldn't leave if I told her I hate her. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have the haters. Shout out the haters, the reason I made it.
Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about what the Suns did in the draft. We're going to talk about Koa Peat, talk a little bit about some of the dudes that, the undrafted guys they signed yesterday. But most about Koa Peat, because as a Phoenix native, somebody that was born and raised here, I feel like all of the Phoenix natives are going to be rooting very hard for Koa Peat because, bro, he's one of us. We root for one of our own, bro. He was born here in Arizona. He's born in Gilbert. He was a star in high school. He was a star in college. And now he's going to come into the Suns. And, bro, everywhere he was at, every level, he was pretty much a winner. Like, he was successful. So, guys like that, bro, I'm telling, like, they be successful in the league, bro. They be successful in the league. There's already been questions and talks about his jumper, which is fair, obviously. I think a lot of fans, they feel like you can't be a really good player or borderline star effective player if you can't shoot. I get why some people think that, but that's not true. There's a lot of players that aren't necessarily knockdown shooters that are impactful and very impactful because of how they defend, how they get to the rim. There's plenty, like Josh Hart is mad impactful, and he's not considered a shooter for the Knicks, but he's super impactful because of how he rebounds, defends, all of that. Like, that stuff matters too. Like, there can be guys, you could be a star or a star in your role doing stuff like that without having to be like a knockdown shooter, and there's still a chance he could end up being at least a respectable shooter, because to me it don't look terrible, it don't look bad. His mid-range to me doesn't look bad, so I feel like, you know what I'm saying, he can get there. Obviously needs some work on it. Obviously could shoot free throws better, but the other things that he does well, like handle the ball, get to the rim, how strong he's 19 years old, bro. He's built like a damn he built like a grown man already, bro. Like, he has an NBA ready body, similar to how DA was when we got DA. It's funny, you know, they both played at U of A. DA already had an NBA ready body. Like, so does Koa Peat. He's 19 years old and he's built like that, bro. Like, he immediately can deal with NBA physicality, and he's athletic. And like I said, he has ball handle enough where he can get to the rim, and he has a really good passing ability to where he can make plays off the bounce. It's gonna be good because we need more people that can make plays off the bounce and and we need more rim pressure. I see why he went there. I see why Brian Gregory said what he said about him. I remember watching some of that too, but like, just for some people, maybe I'm sure a lot of y'all have already done y'all research, but bro, just let's tap into a little bit. We ain't gonna do a lot because, you know, what I'm saying, they be getting you out of here for that, but they be getting you out of here for stuff like that a lot of the time. He can be doing a lot of that. Roll into the basket off, you know, Book, Jalen, and all those guards, Colin. We doing a lot of that. A lot of that back cutting, finishing. You can see where he would fit in with the attention that some of the Suns guards are going to get in the shooting that he'll have around him. You'll see it, bro. You'll see it. I like too. He knows where to be. He hanging around the bucket. Like, he know where he efficient at. He know the area that he's good in. Obviously, this is not a great team he playing, but he played great against a lot of good teams. So that's what I'm saying. Look, that don't look bad to me. That doesn't look bad. That's a turnaround jumper. You watch a lot of his highlights. We ain't gonna keep going because, like I said, they be packing you up for that. But if you can make turnaround jumpers, if you watch a lot of his highlights, he's at least taking some jumpers, some mid-range, and some turnaround jumpers. So to me, that's a good sign that he can develop into a good shooter. Brian Gregory sounded like he believes he is going to. So who are we to tell the NBA GM or NBA like development coaches, who I'm sure, you know, development coaches and scouts, you know, that work for teams, who are we to tell them if they believe they could turn him into a good shooter? There must be things they see to believe that he can turn it into one. So we can disagree. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But he's a good player. He's a good offensive player. he can be really versatile on defense. Like I said, he's built for the NBA physicality. You're not gonna be able to just go at him. He moves his feet pretty well. Obviously, it wouldn't be ideal to have him like guarding quick guards and stuff like that. But he can go out there and hold his own. You're not gonna be able to just switch on him and just attack him, which is similar to how I feel about Rasheer. Also, I think it's gonna be that type of deal. Like we're gonna be able to switch. You're gonna be trying to switch onto all these bigger, more athletic forwards we got. And it's gonna be tough, bro. I see the vision. I see the vision. I had just made a tweet like I see the vision. Like they trying to switch on to these perimeter forwards and wings we got, and you switching on to Dylan and Koa now, Ryan, Rasheer, also because he does a lot of switching. I ain't gonna say the bigs because I feel like Kaman we're gonna keep more in the drop, but people don't know Kaman could switch and do good out there too. That's one of the reasons, he was, a high draft pick. Like he can move his feet too. So, and as y'all seen last year too, like you couldn't really just attack nobody. Like Goody speaks for itself. I think he's the best in terms of point of attack defender on the team. In terms of staying in front of guys. Book, to me, like I've been saying, he had his best defensive year of his career to me. Jalen had his was showing effort and someone you can't just attack him. Colin, same thing. Like where we got in trouble is when we're playing too many small guys. But when we're playing size mixed in with the guards and stuff, bro, like it ain't y'all see what our defense did, bro. I ain't gotta keep going on about that. But yeah, so him, let's tune into this. What Brian Gregory was saying. Maybe some of y'all didn't see it. Let's tap in my boy Brian Gregory, twin. Let's tap in. I have to do some skipping because it's 20 minutes. We obviously ain't gonna watch a 20-minute video. But let's get to it, gang. Getting ads. I think some of y'all, I think you people that are like low and not excited about the pick. I think as soon as you start seeing him play, I think as early as Summer League, I think y'all end up changing y'all mind, gang. For real. Like, he's nice. He's like that to me. He's like that, man.
Well, first and foremost, thanks for getting on here. Obviously, second round just ended. Really excited about yesterday and the opportunity to bring Koa into our organization, onto our team.
Yes, sir.
Someone that we had targeted and really felt good about and was hoping for the opportunity to bring him in. And when it presented itself, we were able to make the moves necessary to do that. So
they've been doing a good job of that the last few years. Like they see these wings or bigs, whatever that they want, and they figure out ways to go get them, bro. Got to give him credit because he kind of inherited a tough situation when it comes to assets and all that.
Going to be a great fit for us. We talk about the Suns' DNA. We talk about doing things the Suns' way. And when you have a kid like Koa coming in, there's just a great fit. Brings everything that's important to us. High character, highly talented, great competitor, great winner.
Facts.
And maybe
all
that winning piece is the thing that was so important to us. 4 state championships.
What I say earlier, he's a winner, bro.
Representing the U.S. on different levels of USA basketball. Obviously did a great job this year as a freshman at Arizona with, I think, school record 36 wins. Gets him to the Final Four. Most outstanding player in the West Regional in the NCAA tournament. Every big game in that, 21 in the Sweet 16 game, 21 in the Elite 8 game.
Get to it, gang.
Double in the Final Four.
I'm trying to tell people that's like I said, there's more to offense than shooting. He's a good offensive player, bro. That's what people fail to realize. He's farther along on offense than some people on our team right now. Like, that's how talented he is offensively.
I can go on and on, but the most important thing is when we
But people, like I said, if they feel like you can't shoot, they feel like you're not talented offensively, and that's not the case.
We want to constantly draft and bring into our organization. Koa Peat has all of it. So with that, I'll open it up. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Steven.
My first question I wanted to ask you is about
Shout out my dog, Steven, bro. That's my dog, Steven,
Kind of
asking.
goes into your process of evaluating talent. So obviously you have players at different levels and at different teams and organizations that play well on the collegiate level. But how much do you all value kind of where a player is coming from as far as the things that they're running in the system that they're coming from on the collegiate level when kind of trying to paint a picture for how they might look like with your franchise?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, one thing I think does really go into our process of evaluation is not only the system in which these guys played for, but the program that they played for in college. If you take a look, you know, Koa from Arizona with Tommy, Oso with Shaka, Kamam with, you know, at Duke. You know, you just go through it, and Ryan Dunn for Tony Bennett, and like I said with Shire at Duke. We're talking about the best coaches in college basketball. So that
Okay, I like that. He's giving us a little peek into what they kind of be looking for them players that's coached by like these great and high level coaches in college. I feel
that's
it.
very important, and obviously all of them emphasize and stress a lot of the same stuff that's important to us because it's winning basketball. So we look at the systems and styles, and you know, can guys run? Can they defend the way we want to be? You know, we want to defend. How about the offensive flow and movement and different things like that? When they play for those coaches, the one thing you know that they're going to come in and compete. They're going to play hard. Offensively, they're going to be challenged to learn and have a feel for the game, and I think it's very, very important for us, especially, you know, with some of these guys that are on the younger side. You know, we drafted another 19-year-old yesterday, so it's important that their environment is challenging because the challenge they face at our level on a nightly basis is going to be there, and so system, style, coaches, all those different things are very critical for us.
Like that. That is actually a smart thing to look for.
Get done.
2 years. First, goes today. Obviously, you know, you guys made a traded your pick, but then today was a day of just kind of observing and see what may pop or what actually you guys did.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're never out of it. If you've watched us the last few years,
Facts.
we're always
They
aggressive.
find a way to get a pick, bro, to get who they want.
Guys that not
Facts.
only fit, but that can make an impact either immediately or what we feel down the road in our progression and player development. But regarding today, we just didn't see anything or have an opportunity that we felt was good enough to make any moves. Obviously, a lot of activity during the day, exhausting every opportunity, every option that we had. But at the same time, we felt very, very comfortable with where our roster is and with the young man that we drafted yesterday, that we're in a very good place.
A quick follow on that. You know, being able to be flexible is one thing that you talked about throughout. How key was that yesterday in the sense of being prepared for if the situation presented itself, and then even before that, having contact with Koa, that they would get a feel for who he was if you had a chance to get him.
Yeah. So on a couple of those, you know, obviously, because of where we were initially at with the 47th pick, you know, a player of Koa's caliber isn't going to come in for a workout, and so forth. So when we felt we had an opportunity, maybe there was some moves that could be made to get us in a position to draft him.
Yeah.
We called him up through his agency and tried to set up a time.
That's
you know,
fire.
he's right down the street to come and spend a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour with me and Aronde, Telfair sitting down
little
and
workout or
just
what?
talking. It wasn't an interview. It was we showed him around the place and just spent time with him to get to know him, understand what his goals.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if
are
it worked
for the
out then.
future.
They were just yapping to him.
Talk about his college experience at Arizona, which he loved. He loved playing for Tommy. Loved the team. So that was critical. You know what I mean? Because we are bringing someone into an environment that we think is becoming someplace special, and we want to make sure that we continue to bring in the type of caliber young man and quality player with, again, I always talk about the pathway for development that's clear. There's no obstacles. That was evident in our time with Koa, and obviously evident through all the intel and research that we do. When it came to last night, obviously a lot of activity, but you have to make some pre-decisions in terms of what you want to get done, so you're able to move quickly, pivot if things happen, set thresholds for what you were looking for, what you were willing to do to get to those pivotal moments. And I thought, again,
Brian be giving you he answers your questions like fully, but he them long, you know what I'm saying, thought out answers, bro. I rock with it.
Of that. And if you don't do your preparation, and if you don't know these players inside and out prior to it, you can be, caught in a tough spot. But we got an unbelievable amateur scouting group. We bring our pro scouting group in during this time to bounce ideas off of them, to have them do some evaluation in terms of where they think guys will be at the pro level. So we have a system in place that's highly organized and very, very detailed. And because of that, there's a comfort level in what I call the chaos of that first night of the draft. And I thought, again, our guys and our entire staff, from our analytics to the scouts to the people in the war room, did a great job.
We'll do Mark McClune next, followed by Colin Olson.
Hey, Brian, thanks for the time tonight. Appreciate it.
We'll probably listen to these last two
Great picture,
questions.
by the way.
Headshot, better seen, not heard. Obviously, the headline here kind of Koa headed into the draft was the shooting. How do you kind of evaluate where he's at with that, where you'd like him to get from the development process?
Okay, I just want to hear this part, and then we good. Because I'm glad somebody asked about the shooting, because I was just talking about that.
Yeah, obviously that's a was a topic, and I think he's a guy that's going to develop into a very good shooter. Didn't shoot a ton of threes, and it's just something that I think at this level, as a 19-year-old, through the work that he's going to put in, tireless worker, wanting to get better, that shooting piece is going to come. When you're that young and at this stage, there's going to be areas that you need to develop.
Yeah, facts.
And you just do your homework.
Remember that, people. He's 19, bro. He can still learn how to shoot, especially because his jumper, like, some dudes, it's hard to believe they'll ever be able to shoot, because you look at their form, you're like, that's going to be hard to fix, gang. But you look at his, it don't look like that. It look like like I said, his mid-range turnarounds, they don't be looking bad, bro. They don't be looking bad at all.
Work ethic and the desire to improve. The one thing, again, that we always look at,
There we
the
go.
ability to get to the rim, that is becoming so critical in the NBA right now. The ability to get to the rim, that is becoming so critical in the NBA right now. Do you have players
Facts.
that are strong enough, big enough, that can
I seen this part on Twitter. This was my favorite thing. He
get
was
to the
saying.
basket, can create downhill situations? The one thing that separates him from anybody else that's 6'8" and 245 pounds and has a dad and brothers that played in the NFL, so he's not afraid to knock you on your butt, is his ability to make quality plays off that dribble as well.
No, just saying, bro. He can get to the rim with his handle. He finishes great around the rim, and like I said, he just said, he makes good passes off drive too. So when he get to driving and there's people collapsing, he gonna make good passes and good reads to these shooters we got.
Not just get to the basket, not just have his head down. He's got an
And then obviously he was playing like next to like other bigs, so he gonna be able to throw good passes, dump off passes to Kaman and Mark's still here, also
feel for the game. So
I feel it, bro.
Deficiencies will be.
They're going after guys that feel our biggest weaknesses, which is rim pressure. We're a jump shooting team for the most part, mid ranges and threes and all that. Size on the wing and in the paint, he addresses that too. Defense on the wing, he addresses that.
He worked on, and the things that he does well is only going to be accent.
Facts.
Cohen Olsen next.
Facts. We're gonna leave it there. Like I said, we ain't gonna watch that whole thing. But look, I think he's gonna be good. I think right now a lot of people just are on the shooting thing right now. But let's go like I said. Listen to everything BG just said. He's good at all those things, bro. He's a good offensive player. He really is. Like him learning how to shoot will for real just be like he learned how to shoot. It's real. But you gonna like if he learned how to shoot in a year or two, people gonna be talking about us having one of the best cores because I already done told y'all like, bro, Rasheer and Kaman, like, I'm not worried about them. They are both gonna be really good players because I already believe both of them are already really good on defense already at this level. Rasheer showed he could shoot, and I think Kaman gonna show y'all he can really shoot too. He's just gonna get a chance to play a lot to show he can shoot, but Kaman can make jumpers too. So I'm telling y'all, people gonna be talking about our core soon, and people gonna be looking like, damn, like how they do that, like, because besides Kaman, obviously he was a top 10 pick. The other guys we kind of had to move up and get our way into getting those. Like they wasn't just like basically like lottery guys. Even though it's funny, Koa actually is a lottery guy like type prospect. I think he only failed because first of all, this draft is really good, and then like I said, people worried about the jumper. But even then, we still had to move up to get him because he wouldn't have been there if we would have tried to wait, bro. Somebody else would have got a steal in him. So it is what it is. But yeah, besides that, I give a shout out that we shout out to Sam Hoiberg and then Corey Camper Jr. We signed both of them. Maybe we'll see both of them in the G League. I'll be out there in Vegas, see what those guys give. I was watching some of their highlights and stuff today. Sam Hoiberg, I kind of seen before because I watched a few Nebraska games because my boy Joe, shout out Joe, I'll be watching because I know he's an alum. Corey Kemper, I was not familiar with. I was trying to find stuff for him on YouTube, bro. It was hard to find anything. I'm gonna have to go try to find like some full games to actually like watch him. But I found something a little bit like a few small clips, and you can tell he's a shooter. He's coming off pin down. He's a really good shooter. Like he shot for like 39.9%, basically 40% from three. So he looked like a really good like wing shooter. So they both fit in terms of what we're talking about the summer league team. So we'll see how they rocking out. The summer league team gonna be fun, bro. I can't wait to be out there for that. I'm gonna be there in person. I can't wait to see like you gonna have Kobe Brea, Rasheer out there, Koa, come on, that bro. I expect we gotta win the summer league championship, bro. If they play all of the guys and play them, play them every game or something like that, unless somebody gets a little banged up or something. But play them every game, bro. All of them. I'll be out there for that. But I think y'all should be excited about Koa though, for real. I think y'all, I'm really trying to. I don't want to say convince, but I'm trying to show the people that are kind of down on the pick the potential. Show y'all the light, gang. Show y'all why us Phoenix natives are excited about him. The potential is there, bro. The potential is there. But I'm going to leave it there. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all happy with the pick. If y'all not happy with the pick. Let me know if y'all think he going to fit in well with Rasheer and all of them. I think it fits perfect, bro. I think they all could end up playing together. Because like I said, I think Rasheer and Kaman can shoot already, while Koa is developing and start and learning to shoot over the years. But we'll see. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm out.